Today we're going to be making a plate to go along with our cupcake. So we're going to take our block of clay that we received and we're going to flatten it into a slab, making sure that we keep our palm really flat and the skin on our hand pretty tight. Now you might have noticed as I was flattening out the clay that I was picking it up every once in a while, checking the sides and then flipping it over. The reason for that is that we really want our clay to be even all the way across. Now, once we've checked it, we have a nice even piece of clay. Then we're going to take a little plate and we're going to set it on top of it and we're going to trace it with our wooden dowel all the way around it. So you're going to press your wooden dowel all the way down to the canvas, just like we did with our cupcake, and we're going to trace around our plate entirely, making sure that we're really pressing up against the sides. Then once we're finished, we can remove the outside and we're left with a nice plate shape. Okay, now that we have our nice plate shape, we're going to make a few impressions. So we're going to press some objects into the surface of the clay so that they leave a small impression inside of the clay. We're going to make sure that we're not pressing all the way to the bottom, just deep enough that we can see the design that we've pressed in there. So I've got a couple different pieces and I'm going to leave some impressions all around the surface of my plate. Now you might have noticed that I left the center open. I didn't put any designs there. That's because I'm going to leave a space where we can place our cupcake. So using the bottom side of our cork, the large one, we're going to press right into the middle, and that's going to leave a small depression where we can place our cupcake once it's dry. So I really press it in there, and then you can see it leaves that space perfect for the cupcake size. Now, one of the last things we're going to do is we're just going to clean up our plate a little bit. We see that we have some rough edges here. We're going to take a little bit of slip and we're going to dip our finger inside the slip, and then we're just going to use a wet finger to sort of smooth out the edges so it's not quite as rough when it comes out of the kiln. Now, once we're done with everything, we're going to lift this off the canvas. And then we're going to take a second plate, one that has our name on it, and we're going to flip it over to the side where we don't see our name. Then we're going to take our plate that we made and place it face down on top of the plate, gently. This is going to allow our plate to take the actual shape of a plate and give it more of a curved appearance. And this is actually how we're going to let it dry, so that as it dries, it's going to curve around that plate and take its shape. So now just find a safe place to keep this and let it dry, and then we'll place it in the kiln when it's ready.